50% of US consumers will wrap up their holiday shopping in the days leading up to Christmas. As it turns out, AdWorld was doing some last-minute gifting as well. I'm Kate with Marketecture, and this is The Refresh, your weekly download on what went down in advertising. Let's get into it. First up, we're going to talk TikTok. The U.S. Supreme Court said on Wednesday that they would hear their case. Everything is on an expedited timeline, so oral arguments start January 10th. I'm personally skeptical that the courts will rule in favor of TikTok, but stranger things have happened, and it's a good sign that they've agreed to hear the case. In other potential good news for TikTok, incoming President Donald Trump seems to have developed a soft spot for the app, meeting with CEO Shou Chew last week. For me, this case represents a really interesting intersection of foreign policy, data governance, and culture. However it shakes out could shape policy for decades to come. Moving on, I would not have expected Google to play Secret Santa this year, but here they are, gifting IP addresses back to advertisers. This is a pretty surprising about-face in their long-standing policy against using fingerprinting mechanisms like IP addresses to identify and track users. Google cited advancements in privacy-enhancing technologies as rationale for the switch, saying that they are working to incorporate these into their ad products. My take? We are not an industry that consistently or broadly does data privacy protections well. It's good to see Google prioritize implementing these privacy-enhancing technologies, but I do think it could make advertisers more reliant on them and create a false sense of security when it comes to data privacy protections. Between this and Google's about-face on cookie deprecation, it almost feels like someone had the audacity to stand up not once but twice in a meeting this year and say, you know what's really bad for business? Privacy. Our final story comes from Remax, who's gifting advertisers a real estate media network for Christmas. Remax worked with Basis Technologies, a long-standing partner, to enable ads programmatically across their owned properties. As the retail media space becomes increasingly crowded, launching a new network can be risky business. Remax has the benefit of being an early mover in the real estate space, but they'll need to continue to provide creative and valuable solutions to entice advertisers to spend limited ad budgets with them. That's all we have time for today, but there's something I need to know before you go. Eggnog, yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Happy holidays from the Marketecture team to all of you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.